What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper, back at it again on this lovely Wednesday because we have news. As always, we have things going on. Welcome to the show, fam. Thank you guys for coming. Martha, thank you for joining on TikTok. Nice to see everyone. And thank you to our lovely sponsor, Market Cipher. Make sure you guys check out Market Cipher. Link is in the live chat. Use code ZESTY or code missteencrypto for 20% off at checkout. Please use that link in the live chat as well. That would be absolutely splendid. And as always, guys, we have a goal of 100 likes and 100 live viewers for every stream. Yesterday, we smashed that. The day before, we were doing great. And I hope we could do it again today. So again, we have over 20 people watching. We have only 12 likes. So again, let's smash these likes. Share the stream out with friends. Comment in the chat and say hello. The more we interact with the chat, the more YouTube and the more TikTok will send it out into the universe. And more people will learn about what's going on with crypto and all of the news going on. I want to say hi to everyone in the chat. We got Haven Peck, what's up? We got Red Putz, Colin McKenzie, Jim, nice to see you. Flat Smack, all right. Crypt 8 Boy, thank you for coming. We got Randy, again, Colin McKenzie. We got Crypt 8 Boy, Roland Wishers, Crypt, all right. And then we have Bulldog, BBB in the chat, aka Bitcoin is freedom. Gary Gensler, what is the meaning of all of this? Gary, we got to talk. We got to talk, Gary. You're doing too much, bro. You are doing too much. Matthew, GM, let's get after it. Let's get after it. AYC, what's up? Nice to see you. Thank you for the love. We got Emma in the chat. John Germain, Fat Oracle, thank you for coming. All right. We got some people here. Alexandra G, what's up? Leroy, all right. What's up? Do you have any links to support that with what you just wrote about Elon Musk? If that's true, then I would love to show that on the show. Roland, hair still straight, bullish. Yes, my hair is still straight today. It might change tomorrow. We got Nifty Guy in the chat. We got Board Type Crow. It's great to see you guys as well. Thank you so much for coming. Again, guys, we have a goal of 100 likes and 100 live viewers. Please share the stream out with friends. Indigo Girl, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Much love to you too. Thank you for sharing the stream as well. That's so sweet. Again, guys, smash these likes, share the stream out with friends. We're gonna get after it. We're gonna talk about the news. But before we get into like the serious stuff, oh hi KG and Jimmy W. Jimmy, the cool kid is here. He said, "Hola, burr. Cool kids are here, but not Gary." Yeah, Gary's not the coolest kid, bro. But you know, pick the poll, guys. What's next for Bitcoin? If we're gonna pump, we're gonna dump, or you like fiat and TradFi bankster bros? Let me know. All right, Johannes, thank you for joining. You said great show. Thank you so much. We didn't even start yet. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. All right, I want to show you guys. I went to the auto show yesterday. Oh my gosh, there was a puppy. There were multiple puppies, and they were all so cute. Look at the little fluffer. Like, ignore me in the picture. Like, don't even look at me. Look at the little papa. So cute. He's so fluffy. There were like 4 of them, of the labs, and there were a few other puppies, and they were all rescues. And I almost took him home, guys. It was so much. It was so many emotions, and it was courtesy of Subaru, as you can see in the background. So shout out to Subaru for bringing the little pups. They were definitely gonna be gone by the end of yesterday. But if you guys want to go to the auto show, I believe it's all week. But I had such a blast yesterday. I went to the auto show, hugged a puppy, and like I needed that. I think we all need to hug puppies. I think we all need to like have a puppy in our lives. And you know, like I didn't think about having a puppy, but then like, oh, I can't. I'm gonna get emotional looking at him. But yeah, I really hope that, you know, all these puppies get adopted. So cute. Jim, you have 2 fluffy dogs like that? I'm so jealous. Oh my gosh. It's a lot of work to take care of the puppies, but they're so cute. It's like, I know that if my dad went in that thing with me, he would have taken the dog home and we would have had a puppy in this apartment. So it's actually insane. Destroyer 1911, thank you for coming. Hola to you. We got Broke Oshi in the chat. I think I saw him. Am I correct on that? Ephraim, nice to see you. Yes, Brokoshi is here. Okay, so I am right. I thought I was going Benoodles for a second. I know Leroy's talking it up in the chat. Gary Gensler, you wish you had a puppy? I think if Gary Gensler had a puppy, he would be a lot happier and be able to, like, you know, let us have our crypto, because he'll be able to relate to the Doge memes. If he had a puppy, he'd be like, oh, I understand this. You know what I mean? Lee, Gary Gensler, a puppy, exactly. Morton Matt, oh, that's a spicy comment. You said auto show over the, oh, Oh, I didn't see it. Like I was there yesterday, and apparently, like there were supposed to be people around that area for that event, and I didn't see anyone. But maybe I was just in the wrong spot. Crypto Outcast, what's up? Yes, he definitely does need a puppy. 100%, he needs a puppy. MK, what's up? Brokoshi, was awesome that they were rescues. Give that good boy a cookie recipe. Nobody else. I know you were commenting that he was after my chalky chip recipe. Joshua, good morning. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming. User 218. That's okay. All right, if that's how you want to describe me, that's fine. Jeff, nice to see you. Thank you for coming, big dog. All right. Oh, look at that little puppy. So cute, the little pupper. My sister and I gave him a name. We named him Wee Wee. And yeah. Anything cool at the auto show? There were a lot of cool stuff. Like on the bottom floor, there were more like retro cars and stuff like that. I wish I had like my phone connected somehow and I could show you guys pictures. And there were a bunch of cars, but it was like a little like, there was like certain like spots where there were like really cool and bougie cars and they were only letting like certain people in. And I was like, okay. I was like, I would love to like look at some cars and like these cars like that were really cool and take a picture, and they didn't even want me to take a picture with the car. I was like, what? Oh, they were like, oh, this section is for invite only. I was like, oh, so I'm not like that bougie. I get it. But it was really cool. I tried to snag whatever pictures I could, but there was some cool stuff going on, and there were a lot of electric cars, and I was just like, wow. And a lot of them were more expensive than Teslas. So I was like, okay, if you're gonna get an EV, would you go for Tesla, which is like the EV, or do you go to like these other brands and pay more? I don't know. But that's something I took away. A lot of electric and very expensive electric cars, more than Teslas by a long shot. Echo Leaf Moon, nice to see you. Ken's Log, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. You're awesome. All right. Again, guys, make sure you smash these likes, share the stream out with friends. We have a goal of 100 likes and 100 live viewers. I see we got 44 votes in the poll, but only 34 likes. Oh my sheesh. Broke Oshi, they didn't know who I was. Nah, listen, we're in crypto. We still got a small little, we got a small little niche here, but we're growing. Bitcoin is growing as well. Soon, listen, I was looking at that conference yesterday. I was looking at that auto show and I was like, guys, this is like, I was thinking to myself, this is going to be all crypto projects and things like that. You know how they had like the ladies by the car and saying, welcome to this car brand. And this is the beautiful new Tesla Model Zesty. And you could get it for this much and this much per month. I think that's going to be the same thing with crypto projects where you're going to like walk past a wallet and it's going to be like, welcome to the Zesty wallet. On this wallet, you could connect Litecoin, you could connect Cardano, you could connect Ethereum and any layer 2 to be able to do your Web3 ventures. And this is how it works. First you press this and then you press that. I could totally picture it. Did I do any interviews at the show? That's a great question, TikTok friend. I may have some throwback interviews. You never know. I might pop out with one. So if you guys want to make sure you give me a follow and subscribe on both TikTok and the YouTubes to make sure you don't miss any of these cool videos, then definitely do that. Daddy-O's in the chat. Thank you for coming, Daddy-O. Love Daddy-O. And we got Lucas in the chat. Thanks for coming, fam. All right, we're getting into the charts. So I'm going to stop talking about the auto show, but it was really fun. I definitely suggest you guys go. We got Bitcoin slipping below 30K. I don't like it. No. But as long as I feel like we have like these like 2 or 3 days in a row of daily candle closes above 29K, that would make me feel better that we are kind of like maintaining this level here. Market Cipher, kind of making sense with what's happening here. Momentum had a little bit of a spike. The VWAP, this little yellow wave, popped confidently above, which supported our little green candle run up here. And money flow starting to go into the green, guys. This is good news. We haven't really seen a lot of green money flow, period, since mid-March. Early to mid-March, March 12th, we've been pretty much in the red for money flow, except for the past 2 days, according to Market Cipher. So let's get after it. Listen, we always like to see money flow. Money flow is a positive thing. Means people are putting money in Bitcoin. Just like you need a plant for it to grow. You gotta have some monies coming into the system. Honestly, This is beautiful. People are going to find their way to Bitcoin. It doesn't matter if on-ramps and off-ramps get cut off, guys. And that's what people fail to understand. You try to cut off Bitcoin, it just won't happen, man. People will find a way here. Now, I'm hoping we're literally at $29,993 Bitcoin, down 0.8%. Can Bitcoin have a nice bounce back above? Hit 30K right now? Of course. Can it go to 31? Maybe. There's nothing stopping Bitcoin, guys. There's nothing stopping it. Be careful, guys. Have that bullish and a bearish case scenario. Guys, you had people saying 10K Bitcoin guaranteed. You had people saying maybe lower than that. And then you had others that said maybe this is priced in at 15K. Now, here we go. Beautiful Bitcoin. We had a nice little green candle here. We had a nice shot up from $28,369 about and closed that candle at $29,666. Then we continued to close yesterday's candle above $30,000 at $30,228. Now, it seems like we have some wicks here that I would like to pay attention to. Right here. I would like to pay attention to this point because it was almost about even that these wicks went up to $30,511, but it seems like we just couldn't hold that point. Now, is this going to be a new resistance where we're just going to have this run up here, touch it, and maybe have a struggle and trade around here, maybe within our range again? Or we're going to maybe have a consolidation phase 2-3 days and then a pop. I think anything of that is kind of possible. Honestly, both ways are possible. Always, like I said, have that bullish and a bearish case scenario. If you're day trading, bless your heart. Bless your heart straight up. I don't have like the zest for that. I feel I'm a zesty individual, but am I zesty enough to be day trading and worrying about these daily, hourly, 4-hour candles? You're zesty. I gotta say, you're a zesty individual. Couldn't handle the stress. I mean, listen, we see basic price action, guys, is what we're going over. The basics. We have multiple accumulation phases. We saw here 5 days, a pop. What was this? Maybe the 10th to the 14th, 4 days, consolidation, a pop. 3 days, pop. 3-4 days, pop. This was 2 weeks and then a move, basically, almost a month, more than 2 weeks. But like, we're going to say it's like 2-3 weeks, a pop to where we are now. I think Bitcoin, again, like there's nothing really telling me that, you know, there's not a lot of not a lot of bearish signs. I mean, all I'm seeing is just good and positive things for Bitcoin. Now, again, have that bullish and a bearish case scenario. Don't be too degen, guys. This is where you go wrong. Ahmed, thank you for subscribing. That's where you go wrong, where you just think you know where the market's going. Nobody knows for sure where the market is going. You listen to traders, and even the honest traders, the ones that are humble, will say, listen, it's all about probability. You could look at all the patterns in the world. You could look at all the indicators in the world, but it's all about probability. And you could lose your bet or your trade easily. So again, make sure you spend time in the market versus trying to time the market. Bitcoin especially, people tried to count Bitcoin out, especially here, 17K, and said it's going to 10. Bye. People said, oh, we went above 20K. We're having this slip down. We had a wick down to 19.5. Nope, we're going back down. No, it didn't happen. It did not happen. Do your own research. I know, it's good to listen to others. I watch multiple streamers. I look at my own charts. I look at different types of indicators and such. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself and say you can never time the market. It's more about time in the market. Listen, make your trades, make your bets, but just make sure you're wary about it. Listen to other opinions other than your own. Like I said, I watch a lot of other streamers, but do your own research and make your own decisions. Now, we see that we're a little bit in the red for Bitcoin, not by much, 0.8%, right? But now we got Ethereum kind of holding its own right now, above in the green, 1.16% today in the green. $1,913 Ethereum. Very interesting. You know, maybe some hype from the NFT people are coming in because there's been a lot of NFT volume. And I think that's something that should be considered when you're looking at an asset like Ethereum. Yeah, the charts tell you one thing, but the market really tells you another. Like Bitcoin, you could say Bitcoin's stupendously undervalued because of how much money is coming in, because of the amount of people and the types of people coming into this market. Bitcoin is extremely undervalued, you could say. You could maybe say the same thing with Ethereum because there's so much NFT volume going on. There's people trading on the secondary market. There's so many more people trying to create projects right now. So I wouldn't count Ethereum out. Again, we have over $1,900 Ethereum, which I do like to see. I like to see daily candle closes above $1,900. Unfortunately, what I was saying to you guys, I would like to see 2-3 days in a row where we had above $1,900 Ethereum daily candle closes. We did not have that. We see that little highlight here. We got daily candle close here on Wednesday, April 5th. $1,912, literally where we're at today. The other day was the same, but it wasn't 2 days in a row. It was literally a few days apart. So Wednesday, April 5th, we had above $1,900 close. Monday, April 10th, we had the exact same price, basically $1,912 daily candle close. And then yesterday, we did not close above there. We closed just below $1,900 at $1,893 Ethereum. Guys, I don't know. Seems like $1,900 at the $1,920 range that we were discussing a few days ago might be a resistance point for ETH. I don't know. It just seems like we have wicks up to that point, but we just reject it every time. Now, it just seems that we're kind of trending with the top of our range here. The top of our range was at $1,820 Ethereum. We saw the other day on Sunday, April 9th, that we had a wick down to about the bottom of our range. $1,825 about Ethereum. We had a wick down. It just seems like we're trending by this line. I want Ethereum to break away and say, hey, fam, nah, I'm done with this range. I'm bored. Let's moon. I mean, that's what we all want. But I think there's a lot of bullish momentum for Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum. I just don't see anything really holding these assets back except for just buyers' hesitance. Maybe there's not enough bids in the market. You could see right here on the bottom, there's not a lot of volume coming in, guys. I need to see some zest. We had some bullish volume coming in, but not as much as I'd like. Market Cipher is telling us buyers are kind of unsure as well, as we have a touch of green in money flow today and for the past maybe few days. Now, we do have this upgrade that's happening with Ethereum today. We have this update happening with Ethereum today that people are worried about, that it's going to unlock so much liquidity. There's going to be a huge dump in the market. Listen, like I was kind of saying yesterday and the day before concerning Ethereum and this staking thing that we have going on here, the Shanghai upgrade. I'm not sure how much it'll affect price action. Like I said, none of this is financial advice. There is a disclaimer. Not financial advice. Like I said, I'm just kind of going over the price action and what I've seen in the past. Now, when we went to proof of stake, you really just didn't see that much of a change in the market. And I think maybe it'll be the same for the Shanghai upgrade, where I think it's just more buy the rumor. Maybe it'll be sell the news type of event, or maybe it could be the opposite. And people will be like, oh, there's going to be so much selling pressure on Ethereum. And then all of a sudden, ETH kind of pumps. You really just don't know when it comes to these things. What I've seen, and I'm going to be honest, fam, what I see a lot is people just say, oh, this is the narrative. Oh, ETH will, for example, just an example. Oh, ETH is definitely going to dump after the Shanghai upgrade. We're going to get wrecked, fam. What happens is when a lot of people stick on the same side, it usually does the opposite. Like a lot of people, again, said Bitcoin's going to 10K guaranteed when we were at 15 at that point. And it didn't. Straight up did not. Maybe, I'm thinking, in my opinion, maybe ETH can hold. Maybe we could see trade again within our range here. I wouldn't be surprised. But again, like if you have ETH right now, and you're obviously the people involved in this Shanghai upgrade are experienced cryptos. They're going to say, hey, you know what? We're approaching $2,000 Ethereum. Maybe that's a psychological level. Maybe about almost half of where we were in the previous all-time high in the bull market. I could see people saying we're going to hodl our Ethereum. We're not selling off. Why would they, I'm just not sure that they would. That's just my opinion. Honestly, like I said, this could cause a little bit of a sell-off. People have some liquidity back. They get excited. They want to go out and get a stake or something. Yeah, we could see a little bit of a dip. But can Ethereum just really get wrecked? I'm not too sure. I would love to hear your guys' opinion. Patrick Murphy. Well, I thought per this update, stakers could remove all their ETH, which isn't correct. They can currently only remove the ETH that has been accumulated as rewards, about 2 ETH. So again, that's just there's a lot of misconceptions, even with, Retro Mike, thank you. There's a lot of misconceptions here, especially with proof of stake. They were like, proof of stake, the ETH gas fees are gonna go down, and that hasn't happened. So you just got to really do your research. Like I said, look into the Shanghai upgrade, look what it really does. And then you'll see that a lot of this stuff is just not something to worry about. Retro Mike, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I love that sticker, the wrecked sticker. That's absolutely hilarious. Thank you so much for that. And we also have Network Bits. Good afternoon to you too. We got K9MM. Hi. Chris Allen was priced in. I'm not sure where you're at in your conversation there, Chris. Network Bits. Stop it. You gave me a wrecked sticker too? Thank you, Network Bits. Oh, you guys are awesome. Already $20 in the super chat bucket. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Anonymous ETC, thanks for coming, Mr. Strap. You're liking 1900 plus ETH. Listen, I could see it. Listen, it happens when nobody expects it. People expecting ETH to dump, it might pump just because it's just the opposite of what people think. You know what I mean? It happens all the time. Cool Cat Crypto, a dump wouldn't be that bad. Give ETH fans a chance to buy in cheaper. Listen, exactly. You can look at it that way as well. Of course. You look back to $950 Ethereum we saw. They were wicks down, but we had a close here. $991 ETH in June. Guys, whoa. Now you were fading ETH at that time. You're like, $991 ETH. We're going down to $500 ETH. That's what people were saying, guys. People were like, you're gonna get wrecked. What would your profits have been if you would have been a true hodler? Basically, oh my gosh, man, that's insane. Is that correct? I mean, yeah, over 100%, right? Dude, that's insane. And we're over 100% up on Ethereum since June. If you look at Bitcoin, weren't we 100% there too? When we hit 15 something? About. If you do all the way from the bottom, it's pretty wild. It really is. Let's do a little measurement here. I think it's about here. 94%, 95% upside. That's insane. That's actually insane. Look at these gains you get with crypto versus the TradFi system. And again, it's all build up too. It's like accumulation, a pop, maintain, pop, maintain. Seriously, really interesting, guys. Really, really interesting. We're going to move on to Litecoin too. Down 2% today, $92 and 24 cent Litecoin. Litecoin's been really interesting. Like I said, accumulation phases up the wazoo. And we had a nice whip maybe to the upside that could occur if we have some bullish momentum in the market. But we had this wick up that I've been talking about. $95, $96 maybe is a resistance point. I wanted to see some more daily candle closes in this maybe a $95 range, but we haven't been able to get there. We've been sideways trading between $87 and maybe $94 since March 23rd. I'm waiting for some pop, guys. I'm waiting for some pop. And again, there's really nothing stopping Litecoin. Litecoin's so zesty, guys. People faded Litecoin again, literally about mid-March, March 11th. We saw $66, $69 Litecoin, and people were like, nah, I'm not scooping that. And now we're literally $92 Litecoin. You look back to June and May, we saw $40 Litecoin. Don't fade it, yo. Do not fade Litecoin. Talk about all the time for a reason, fam. It's just sound money. It's good stuff. And I think the price action is going to be absolutely crazy. Considering, again, we literally over 2x'd from June, which you really haven't seen that from a lot of other projects, and just something to take into consideration. So take a look at Litecoin, and hopefully we stay in this range and pop above it. We had our lower end of this range, $90, top of our range, 102. We've been trading in between. Pretty interesting. And if you guys want to take a look at Doge too, we're still in that range for Doge that we've been watching out for as well. And Doge was brought up last night, and also Floki was brought up last night because Elon Musk was on a Twitter space with BBC News, and still not a lot of price action for Floki despite how much he brought it up. Seeing that Floki is the new CEO of Twitter. Again, guys, please make sure you smash these likes, share the stream out with friends. We got 67 likes. Let's get to 100 likes and 100 live viewers. That would just make my heart so happy, guys. Patrick Murphy, it's okay, Eth, I'll take you back. I'm dead. You're funny, Patrick Murphy. We got Brian. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Chris Allen, you said you're going to add some Litecoin to your portfolio. Do what you need to do, man. Do your own research and make your own informed decisions. Then you could do whatever you please. Ola to Manny, thank you for coming. We got Crypto Outcast. Again, you love to add some, but you keep contemplating. Got it. Ruby FX, nice to see you. Thank you for coming. You guys want me to check out Solana? I could check out Sol. All right, there we go. We got Solana up 3%. So one of the few that are in the green today at $23. Just look at this, like absolute wreckage with Solana. I don't know, I think Solana, there's a lot of VC money. There's a lot of people that invested money in it. I've given my thoughts before a little bit, and I don't want to get anyone salty, right? But we have some money flow in the red here that could easily pop above as we're tinkering to the zero line. Friends, I just worry about Solana's sustainability and the network sustainability. It's just gone down so many times. It's just if you have a lot of money on Solana, if you have assets that you rely on moving, like you're playing a game or you're, there's maybe things in the future that documents and things. If you're storing that on Solana, can you really count on that network to always be up in there for you? That's the only thing I'm going to say. Other than that, Solana's trying to maintain this range for a long time now. Let's see. Yeah, it's been sideways trading for a long time. Let's see here. Yeah, this has been a little range that it's been trading in since January 13th. Low range, $17. High end of the range, 26. It's been sideways trading, so it's kind of consolidating here. There's not a lot of bids in the market, not a lot of volume coming in. And again, the money flows in the red, so maybe it could pop back above. You never know. Listen, if Bitcoin starts to take off, because we're over 30K now, Bitcoin starts to take off, then a lot of the time when Bitcoin starts to move, then altcoins start to move. So I hope that's I hope that's good. Solana is very odd, but the gas fees can't be beat. I understand K9MM. I think gas fees are a huge thing, but again, I'm more about will the network be there for you, right? And I also use Wax Blockchain a lot as well. Is where I was originally minting my NFTs. It's great for onboarding. There's no fees, period. It's instant. So, thoughts on eGold and multiverse X crypto Chris. How has that been doing? I like it. Listen, I like Elrond, or is it Multiverse X now? eGold. I'm a fan. 100%. I'm a fan. I have some people that gifted me NFTs on there. Bitfinex. I think that's a good spot. Elrond, $40, 84 cents. Down 0.15%. It's been pretty much, I think, throughout the bear market, it's been doing all right. We have money flow in the red here for Elrond or Multiverse X. I know they rebranded. I'm going to give you my honest thoughts there. I really do think that Elrond or Multiverse X, whichever it is, don't want to offend the community, is really cool. I'm not going to lie. I think it's cool stuff. I have a wallet, and I have some NFTs that I was gifting on there. It was very quick. It was very fast. There's a good community there and some games that are going on. So I wouldn't fade it. I would not fade Elrond. I think it's pretty cool. just from what I've used. I like things that are easy to use. I like things that are simple. And I got what's the name of the app, if you guys could remind me. I know it's on my devices somewhere. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, the X Portal, I think it's called. Oh, they rebranded it. Yes, X Portal. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Yeah. All right. Again, you guys take a look at that app. It's pretty cool. Shogun, you said alts are trash. Oh no. Yes, X Portal. That's it. Yeah, I was just on it. It's pretty cool. I like it. So again, we're gonna go into the news because we did a lot of TA today. I'm happy you guys like the TA vibes. Like I really am. I'm very happy. Oh, fun. It's never gonna leave us, fam. But at least we're educated. It's actually funny. I can't even talk about this. It's funny. We got Warren Buffett, man. He was on CNBC's Squawk Box this morning. What? I don't know. I'll just play the clip. So I'll just stop talking for a minute. All right. I think it's around right here. So previous to what I'm going to show you, he's talking about gambling. Warren Buffett, he's saying how people like to gamble. People are get caught up in slot machines and all this stuff. I really didn't get what he was referring to. And then all of a sudden, he talks about Bitcoin and is somehow related to gambling.
So that's I just it's so human, and once unleashed, you can't put it back in the bottle. And something like Bitcoin, it is something. It's a gambling token, and it doesn't have any intrinsic value. And
I'm playing that one more time, guys. Hold on, I'm playing this one more time because it's so good. Oh, wow. Where are all these subs coming from? Thank you guys so much. Wow. Thank you for all the subs. We could probably hit 11K on stream. All right. Let's go. Listen to this, guys.
Once unleashed, you can't put it back in the bottle. Something like Bitcoin, it is something. It's a gambling token. And it doesn't have any intrinsic value. And Larry Summers was on a week ago and said it doesn't have any value. I mean, it does have any value, but that doesn't stop people from wanting to play a roulette wheel and think that if there's 37, 1 0 and 00, and it doesn't make any difference. Yeah, it makes a difference, and it's just squashed out fast. It eats up your money if you spend the rest of your life spinning around the roulette wheel. But they feature the winners, and people get excited about it, and that's why the slot machines make a lot of noise when they're paying out. I don't know how to turn back the clock on that.
Yeah, guys, I'm not sure if you really understood a lot of what was going on there, but I don't know. Warren Buffett, man, he's on another planet right now. He's on another planet. To me, none of that really lined up, and it was just oh, Bitcoin, what's something bad we could possibly say? Gambling? And he said Bitcoin has no intrinsic value. Sounds familiar, like the economic report of the president. And let's go quote the economic report of the president, where they're talking about what sovereign money is. What is our fiat money? It's money issued by a governing authority of an independent country. Sovereign money is also a liability of the central bank, meaning that its value is backed by the central bank. But what backs the central bank? What's the intrinsic value of the bank? What's the intrinsic value of our dollar? But they're also saying our dollar is a store of value. But how is that true when 40+% of our money supply was printed between 2020 and 2021? When we're experiencing massive inflation, where your net worth is basically cut in half almost or more. You go to the grocery store, your dollar cannot buy a quarter of what it used to. So how is this a store of value? What is the intrinsic value behind the dollar? That's the question they should be asking instead of saying Bitcoin's backed by nothing. When Bitcoin is backed by code, Bitcoin is backed by the people. Bitcoin has 21 million Bitcoin to ever exist. An actual finite supply. But how could he say Bitcoin has no intrinsic value when we get taxed on Bitcoin? Oh, you sell your Bitcoin, you get taxed on it. So if it has no value, then why are we getting taxed on it? And why are there so many rules to try to stop us from using it? Obviously, Bitcoin has value. There's so much effort to stop its revolution, to stop its fundamental narrative, which has always been the same from the start, which is to be a decentralized peer-to-peer digital currency. It's not a gambling token. It does have intrinsic value. Again, Bitcoin is backed by the people, backed by code. 21 million Bitcoin to ever exist. Warren Buffett even saying that, how could he say Bitcoin has no value when literally what is the value of our dollar when it's not backed by anything? Our sovereign money is backed by the value of the central bank. But what is the value of the central bank? Crypto Currings, thank you so much for the sunglasses. I really do appreciate that. It's very nice of you. What are you guys saying in the chat? Flat Smack better buy more Bitcoin. I feel you, fam. Jaguar Cloud, facts, fiat equals monopoly money in your opinion. I feel you, fam. Buffett can't control it. No, listen, I feel bad for Buffett. This guy's 99 years old and he's trying to talk about Bitcoin. My question is, does Warren Buffett send emails? Does Warren Buffett post on Instagram? Does he scan a QR code to get his menu at a restaurant? If he doesn't do that, then he does not understand Bitcoin, because then he doesn't even know how to use it. So how could you say something's bad when you don't have any experience with it? SpongeBob. Yes, exactly. So the government just sold Bitcoin for value. So if it had no value, then why are you trying to sell it? Oh gosh, SpongeBob, you're so right. You're so right. That's why you're here. Dave Digital, what's up? Chump Change. He's a dinosaur. Can't teach an old dog new tricks. I think maybe if he actually knew what it was and took the time, then maybe he would understand it. Because he seems like he has some wits about him. But James ZBT, yes, I am living in the metaverse. Lee, send emails. You still uses the telegraph. I'm dead. Jim Montgomery, thanks for coming, fam. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so that's my little Warren Buffett rant, because that was so ridiculous. Rory, thank you for subscribing. Final Ken's, most fiat fails in 35 years. Only reason USD lasted so long is because of America and the powers. Yeah, pretty much. Senator Warren and Representative AOC asked Circle and BlockFi why they banked at SVB. This actually made me laugh. So I got two giggles this morning. Got a giggle from Warren Buffett, and I got a giggle from another Warren, Elizabeth Warren and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And they want to know why crypto companies like BlockFi and Circle banked at Silicon Valley Bank. The lawmakers sent letters to them on Sunday with a list of questions. The two Democratic lawmakers are looking for more information on what they call the mutual back-scratching dynamics between SVB and venture capitalists, in which the bank treated VCs with other high-rolling depositors with extensive lines of credit and luxurious white-glove services like industry ski trips, conferences, and fancy dinners. They said it could help explain why customers place massive uninsured deposits at SVB. My question is, why are they asking crypto companies? They just wanted a place to go bank. Why are you asking them? The question they should be asking is, hey, bankers, hey, regulators, hey, people in charge that are supposed to look over the banks, why didn't you guys see the problems with SVB before it's collapsed instead of asking people why they banked there? Sure, ask some questions to other people, but why are they asking BlockFi and Circle? Why don't they ask all the other VCs and all the other huge companies that had money there? It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. Another piece of FUD that I'm deleting off my computer right now. Oh, wait. We also have, Wyoming. Oh, and the banking crisis. This is something we could go over before I get there. So we have some people saying, hey, This is bad crypto, bad. But then you also have JP Morgan, who hates crypto, but is also saying that the banking crisis could be vindication for the crypto ecosystem, saying recent problems with the banking sector expose weaknesses of the TradFi system given the bank's maturity mismatch is susceptible to bank runs. And this is JP Morgan saying that. And they say the most important support for Bitcoin has come from rising investor focus about next year's halving. So they're saying, listen, this is when they say, we're now supporting Bitcoin in some way, shape, or form. When literally JP Morgan's called it like a decentralized Ponzi scheme like 2 months ago. We have a crazy crypto crackdown, that's for sure. But what I found really interesting is Wyoming. Wyoming is pushing the envelope with crypto. They're pushing bills to protect your private keys. They might be the first state to issue their own stablecoin. And now they're defending crypto-friendly bank Custodia in their lawsuit with the Fed. Take a look. Wyoming defends crypto-friendly bank charter regime in Custodia Bank's lawsuit with the Fed. The state of Wyoming requested to intervene in the case between Custodia Bank and the Federal Reserve System, seeking to defend its framework. In an April 10th court filing, Wyoming Attorney General Bridget Hill filed a motion to intervene in the defense of the state's regulation of Special Purpose Depository Institution, or SPDIs. Custodia, called Avanti at the time, was the first financial institution to be approved for a bank charter under that framework, the SPDI framework, in October 2020. They filed a lawsuit against the Federal Reserve and its Kansas City arm in June 2020 for delays in approving the bank's application for a master account. In January 2023, we know they got rejected multiple times because, quote, it was inconsistent with the required factors under the law. Now the report that the Kansas City Fed provided Custodia makes it clear that its views perceived inadequacies in Wyoming's laws and regulations for SPDIs is partially responsible for the denial. The state of Wyoming believes that this change of the tenure in the lawsuit and in turn questions the legitimacy and viability of the state's statutory framework. So they're basically saying it's their fault. Though Custodia's filed its lawsuit in June 2022, the Fed released a report in March saying that the central bank raised concerns about Custodia, seeking to focus almost exclusively on offering products and services related to the crypto asset sector. Again, this was almost a coordinated effort, but Hill points that the Fed's argument suggested Custodia was akin to uninsured institution. The Attorney General said Wyoming Division of Banking had issued guidance on capital requirements for the state's SPDIs, and the Fed also expressed skepticism over the aptitude of the new state-chartered banks, while allowing old state-chartered banks like BNY Mellon to engage in substantially the same digital asset custody activity that Wyoming SPDIs intend to engage in. A disregard of Wyoming's right to charter depository institutions in the two-tier banking system appears, at least in part, to be the motivation for this disparate treatment and disregard of the Wyoming chartered banks. So this seems like they're fighting for the state, because apparently, guys, you want to be able to have your state succeed. They know Wyoming. They're not stupid. They have people come to Wyoming. They open the doors for crypto. Then they'll be one of the crypto hubs in the country and make a sheesh ton of money. We've seen a lot of cases where, they legalize things or, they open the doors for some sort of innovation and people flow. People will flow. Again, just a reminder, this was really cool. Wyoming's private keys bill addresses the growing threats to rights and assets. This was March 14th, so please look into that. FTX news, guys. FTX. Are you guys ready for that? Are you guys ready for the FTX news? I don't know if you're ready for the FTX news. I see we have 98 likes. If we have 100 likes right now, that would be zesty. We got 99. One more, and then we could get into the news, guys. What's happening? Where's the 100 likes? One more. I gotta see it, guys. One more like. 102, let's go! Okay, now I could go into the news. You guys said I could go into the news. This is your fault. I'm not sitting here anymore. I'm going into the news. Thank you, guys. Yay. Let's do it. I'm so happy. Beautiful. FTX free to explore the sale of their Europe arm, the Swiss court decides. FTX Europe AG, the holding company of FTX's European business, filed a petition for Swiss moratorium meeting. which the court granted on Tuesday. According to the announcement, a moratorium proceeding under Swiss law enables debt restructuring or the preservation of assets for a limited time. FTX Europe AG notes the moratorium process will facilitate the exploration of strategic alternatives, including the previously disclosed potential sale of its business pursuant to the U.S. Bankruptcy Court approved bidding procedures. Again, the company's announcement, the Swiss court also appointed administrator for FTX Europe AG, which is also a debtor in FTX's bankruptcy proceedings in the U.S. Again, if we see a sale here, I want money for the people. All I see is sell this, sell that. Yesterday, $30 million paid out to other lawyers. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Get the people, their depositors, their money back. I don't care about anything else. I show you guys this just so you could see that this is all news that is just like time wasted, fam. We're looking for the justice. We're looking for justice. Cheddar, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. Next piece of news from FTX. Bankman-Fried wants FTX insurance payout for legal defense. He may get paid long before his bilked customers. What is this, fam? Before FTX went bust, the company took out an insurance policy to protect its directors and officers in the event of a lawsuit, and the time has come, and SBF wants his piece. On Wednesday, bankruptcy charges set to weigh whether Bankman-Fried can access the company's $10 million director and officer liability insurance to reimburse his hefty legal bills. Even though he stole billions of dollars, friends, he still needs more. He asked the judge to lift a stay that would allow the insurance providers, Realm Insurance and Beasley Insurance, to evaluate whether he's covered and make payments in line with the terms of policy. Although we know he's been accused of many crimes, he has not been proven guilty. But I feel like shouldn't he have a verdict before he starts getting money for his defenses? He said in December that he had less than $100K in his account, which I don't know that we believe, being that there were many FTX hacks. There were so many FTX hacks and the big one that we all know of, where there were millions of dollars taken. No one knows where that money went, right? But then we found out yesterday and the day before that there were little to no cybersecurity efforts at all to secure any private keys or any part of FTX. How does he not have any of that money? This is so suspect. Judge John Dorsey will hear Bankman-Fried's motion in Delaware for the District of Delaware. If the judge lifts the stay and allows Bankman-Fried to access the policy the insurance provider determines he is covered, he will essentially get an FTX-linked payout before any of the exchange's creditors. So again, Sam Bankman-Fried finding a way to collect all those dollar bills. We don't know the full extent of his legal bills. And just like the other day, we were reading how sometimes they just happen to find $50 million in money at FTX that they had no idea where it came from. Quote, legal expenses can just grow. You know, it's almost one of those situations where you have to ask, why bother? The expenses can be huge. Litigation is expensive. Blah, blah. I'm over it, guys. Innocent until proven guilty. Coverage is not black and white. It is very possible that SBF will be initially covered under the arrangements until, if at all, a final court determination is made regarding to his conduct. Yeah. I'm done. Bye, SBF. It's not even worth ranting about this one, guys. We spent too much time giving this guy attention. I think I'm done with SBF for today. His afro is full of way too many secrets, full of private keys and billions of dollars that he stole from people. But the G7, it gets better. You know, the G7, they're helping on developing nations introduce CBDCs, which we know we love our CBDCs. I'm just kidding. We don't. Please throw a 100 emoji in the chat if you agree. The group of 7, G7, advanced nations will prioritize how they can better help developing nations introduce their CBDCs. Guys, this is how they do it, developing countries, because these are people that typically do not have a lot of internet access, and they don't have a lot of wealth in order to combat the control that comes with the rising inflation and the control that, again, CBDCs bring in their country. Quote, fast-moving digital technologies provide tremendous benefits in many years, including cheaper and faster cross-border payments, said Kanda, Japan's Vice Minister of Finance for International Affairs. Quote, we have to address risks from the development of CBDCs by ensuring factors such as appropriate transparency and sound governance. Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida will also host this year's G7 summit in Hiroshima, and discussions regarding crypto regulation are reportedly expected to accelerate ahead of a meeting of finance ministers and central bankers from the G7 countries mid-May. The G7 plans to make global regulations tougher with a focus on increasing business transparency and consumer protection. Guys, that means FUD is going to come out the woodworks, which means that if Bitcoin continues to pump, guys, you have to realize as Bitcoin continues to go up, the more people want to buy Bitcoin, the more people want to get involved. The TradFi system is trying so hard to keep up with that they will find any way to try to suppress it. Now, they could do this G7 advanced nation meetings and whatever, but how could you stop Bitcoin? Especially maybe by the time, let's say we go into a bull market, out of nowhere, something no one expected, a hypothetical, guys. What if we go into a bull market? They're meeting in mid-May, and over the summer, it's going to be totally washed because so many people are going to want to get involved that how could they come out and say Bitcoin's trash, crypto's terrible, we don't want you to use it. It's just not going to happen. Hong Kong, we know they're trying to become a crypto hub, and their virtual bank is to offer crypto conversions and accounts. ZA Bank, Hong Kong's biggest virtual bank by assets, is reportedly set to provide crypto account services and facilitate crypto to fiat exchanges. According to April 12th, the bank, a Bloomberg report, the bank will act as a settlement bank to allow token deposits at licensed exchange to be withdrawn in Hong Kong dollars, Chinese yuan, and US dollars, and is offering account services to crypto firms. The account for local crypto firms follow a trial and regulatory sandbox that saw approximately 100 firms participate. But ZA Bank CEO Ronald Liu, noted that clients from the mainland China will not be offered this service due to the country's restrictions. So again, guys, this is it's good news, but not really, because the basic people, the everyday people cannot get access to this. So this is interesting to hear, but it's not for the people. So we're going to move on. Stablecoins need to be regulated like commercial bank money, Bank of England's Andrew Bailey says. Of course, Bank of England says this because they want their CBDCs. Stablecoins would need to be regulated like commercial bank money, said Governor Andrew Bailey. Bailey said that stablecoins, which are digital currencies pegged to the value of other assets like fiat currencies, purport to be money but do not have assured value. At the Bank of England, we have concluded that the public should expect assured value in digital money and confidence, and is needed to underpin financial stability. For stablecoins to function as money, they'll need to have characteristics of and be regulated as inside money, he said, referring to money issued by private entities like commercial banks. Guys, there will be other stablecoins that are decentralized that don't have centralized companies having reserves, guys. Don't worry about it. Sorry, I need to hydrate. Too much zest. Don't worry, fam. Listen, what's going to stop someone from releasing a decentralized stablecoin that builds up a ton of liquidity and people are swapping in and out? Realistically, who is going to stop that? Especially because in Europe, they said they want to have smart code kill switches so that they could kill your smart contract on site. They're like, oh, we don't like what's going on here. Bye. Sounds like another blockchain, but I won't go into that because there are fans of that blockchain in this chat. I don't want to offend anyone, but it just be like that sometimes. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm a little spicy today. It's just sometimes I just get spicy, Can't help it. I'm only human, guys. I'm only human. Kenio, it's great to see you, fam. I know you're in the chat. I know Chump Change was here too. Geek of all trades. Thank you so much for coming. Meninja, I don't know if I said hi to you today. We've got Andrew. Hey, nice to see you. Nice to see you as well. SSJ3, we got Vinny Black Lodge. Zest is a powerful weapon. Absolutely it is, fam. Absolutely. Silosis V2, nice to see you. Richest Afro 2023, Launder God. Oh my God, you're so funny, man. You're so funny. Lazarus Hand, Dave Digital. All right. I think I got everyone. If I didn't say hi to you yet, can you please say hi to me so I know what to say hi to you? Oh, Love Learning was here. Thank you so much. Brian Maver, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Russell Talley, I should be a news anchor. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. I feel like I'm doing my own news. I feel like I'm doing my own anchoring, but I appreciate it. I want to have a bougie studio. One day I'm going to have a bougie studio and I'll be able to like stand up and like move around and like, right now I have a desk, but listen, we start small, we start somewhere, and then you guys are a part of this journey with me. One day when I have that bougie cool studio, you guys will be like, I remember you were behind a computer and just sitting at a desk, and I'll be like, listen, man, evolution. That's how it all happens. But we're on this journey together. So you will see my setup evolve. You'll see my journey and all of our crypto journeys evolve because we're part of this together as a beautiful community, a beautiful revolution that we are a part of. Oh, K9MM, speaking of community.
We respect your opinion. Stay spicy, MTC, clapping.
K9MM, thank you for your $10 super chat. You warm my heart every time you come into the chat. I appreciate that so much. K9MM, like you're like there for me a lot. And like I appreciate you, bro. Like I go live on Instagram, you're there, I'm live here, you're here, and I appreciate that. Like, it means a lot to me to know that you're here for me. And yeah. It's just that's how I feel. Thank you, K9MM. It's sometimes again, yeah, I'm happy you like the spice, but I try to get spicy and not step on people's toes while I'm being spicy, but like, we all gotta have our opinions once in a while. You know what I mean? Like, we can't like just stay in this little box and be scared. I just won't do that. I won't do that anymore, guys. I really won't. I'm just gonna like say what I need to say, and that's pretty much gonna be it. I have my limitations. Like Clint Westwood says, a man's gotta have his limitation, even though I'm a woman. A woman's gotta have her limitations too, right? Oh, Boo Man, you gave me $2 with the vibe sticker. I needed that. Thank you for the vibes. I actually love that sticker. That's probably one of my favorite that I've seen on YouTube. Thank you so much. The retro Mike, tell us how amazing Solana is. That's what I was saying, bro. Like, I don't want to step on anyone's toes. Like, a lot of people like Solana, but at the end of the day, like, are you gonna rely on that to have millions of dollars worth of funds, NFTs, documents on there? Like, I don't know. But like I've said in the past, there are great projects on Solana. It's just where I need the sustainability. I need the reliability. Nerd Beast, what's up, man? Kenio, thanks, fam. Gemini Soul, speak now or forever hold your truth. I guess I'm gonna have to speak the truth. Bulldog Zest coin will be in the future. We are still discussing if we want straight hair or curly hair on the coins. Oh my gosh, imagine we do a Zest coin. Listen, Gary Gensler is, I don't know if he's still in the chat, but I feel like he would slam that right there. Morton Matt Bonk. Oh man, when I went off when Bonk was a thing, I was like, what do I tried to warn. Bonk was one that I was like, guys, this is a little risque. Even other airdrops, like I always get these airdrops. A lot of people get excited and I'm like, I want to say yes, let's get excited about airdrops. But almost every time there's an airdrop, it's like people like, maybe it'll last a few days, the hype like, yeah, let's make our gains. And then a lot of the time the liquidity gets sucked out. So that's just happened so many times. I don't know. I think a lot of things need to be worked out, and I think a lot of this is contributed to we're just early. Like Solana, we need to go through that. We need to learn about tech and see what things work, who's really in control of what. We saw that. We understand that now. And now we can look towards what are stuff that maybe we could rely on a little more and things like that. I'm going to move on. Kyle Rosa, thanks for coming. Hondaland, what's up? Rustybot, I don't know if I say hi to you. Airdrop ads for liquidity. I understand like that. I understand. But at the same time, like airdrops are what's going to stop people from selling that airdrop, especially if it's like for a DAO, right? Okay, they airdrop for a DAO. All these people get the tokens, right? The only people that really get to vote in a lot of these DAOs the way, and I still think we're really early in the way DAOs are structured, but not everyone's vote. We saw a recent airdrop where this happened. I won't name drop particularly, but there was an airdrop where that happened, and who's really the only people in that airdrop that were able to vote and make changes in the DAO? It was the people that held like the most amount of tokens. If you're getting airdropped a few bucks of tokens, that's not going to work for you. How can your vote be really worth it in the DAO? That's why, like, a lot of this stuff, we just got to think out a little more. And yeah. So I hope that made sense, and I hope my DAO rant made sense. Again, make sure there's over 100 people watching. We have way over 100 likes, so thank you for helping me achieve my goal. I would love to grab to maybe 175 likes we'll go for. Let's smash it. El Salvador is granting its first digital asset license to Bitfinex, which I thought was really interesting. This is, again, the first license for digital asset service providers. The new license was issued subsequent to a law passed in January by the Legislative Assembly of El Salvador that regulates digital securities and a creative framework for Central American money to launch Bitcoin-backed bonds, aka volcano bonds. Quote, "We're delighted to be the first company to be awarded this license," Paolo Ordonio. I gotta learn this guy's name. Chief Technology Officer at Bitfinex, he said in a statement. It will enable Bitfinex securities to facilitate the issuance and secondary trading of assets with clearly defined rights and obligations as outlined in the new digital asset regulatory regime. And he did work closely with El Salvador on the Bitcoin bond project, which probably is why he was the first crypto exchange to get their license. But among products that the new regulation will announce, tokenized shares and yield-bearing assets. So again, really sick. We're going to see a lot of that. Now the SEC, back to the U.S., oh gosh. Their SEC advisory group backs Gensler's efforts but asks for industry guidance. The SEC, Gary Gensler, got further reinforcement for his quest to force crypto firms to conform with existing securities laws. The committee, a group of people from TradFi, academia, and advocacy groups, sent Gensler a letter dated last week that included a sliver of agreement with the years of requests for cryptocurrency businesses that the SEC give them the official word on how to meet the regulators' expectations. Because again, a lot of this is just out of the blue. Kraken, Gemini, they didn't even know they were doing anything wrong, and they were in communication with these regulators, in communication with Gary Gensler, yet they still got slammed. Quote, "The SEC should consider issuing a request for comment regarding areas where additional guidance is needed related to the application for their federal securities laws to crypto assets." According to the letter, quote, "The SEC can use this to input a craft on additional guidance or propose rules to address the issues identified." Gensler repeatedly stated that there's no need to treat crypto firms any differently, but he also revealed no outward interest in issuing guidance or working on tailored rules for digital assets. Again, so we're just going to have all this stuff going on, all this fun going on until this bro figures out what he wants to do. Look at little Gary. Gary, I see hope in those eyes. I see hope in those eyes. Help us, man. Be nice to us. Jerion, thank you for subscribing. Geek of all trades, I need to use Brave browser. You know what? You're so right, dude. I gotta re-download Brave browser and start using it. Yeah, Roland, that's what I was talking about before. When I was talking about the airdrop, I was talking about ARB. Yeah, sorry you had to remember who reversed the community's decision and stated it wasn't really a vote. Yeah, like they were taking a vote, and all of a sudden it wasn't a vote, and they made the decision before the vote was over. I just don't get it. All Set Minor, thank you. You enjoy. See, you get my humor. I'm happy you get my humor. Chris 6, you like Gary's forehead. I think his forehead's pretty shiny. You know, it's not like as shiny as other people I've seen, but like I said, there's like a glimmer of hope in those eyes right there. A glimmer of hope. Look, listen, guys. We want to go on vacation. Let's take a trip over to Bali. Cofund tokenizes $10 million hotel in Bali via Tokeny. Tokenization infrastructure provider Tokeny partnered with Ethereum real estate tokenization marketplace Cofund in an April 11th announcement in collaboration that they'll issue a regulatory compliant ERC 3643 security token on Polygon to tokenize a $10 million hotel in the Indonesian resort of Bali. According to Tokeny, investors can own a piece of the hotel starting with $1,000. The CEO said, "Simple ERC-20 tokens and NFTs don't meet compliance needs, and our tech platform leverages ERC 3643 tokenization standard to ensure our partners can enforce compliance, even on a permissionless blockchain." Giri, the other co-founder and CEO of a Cofund, added, "With Tokeny's proven platform, we can create a secure and accessible real estate investment that meets the needs of all investors while ensuring compliance." Look how bougie. Look how bougie this is. Guys, let's go to Bali. Let's have a stake in this hotel. Look at this infinity pool. It's like the water's so smooth. You just want to jump in it and cause a little wave. Call cause a little rumble in the jungle. Like, this is beautiful. Guys, like, we're all behind our computers too much. You guys could see I need some color. I need some sun. Listen, maybe we're out to Bali. Maybe we're out to Bali. If you guys are enjoying this, if you guys think this is a bougie area, we should visit. Then let me know. Flat smack, you think this is fake? Who knows, man? I'm just kidding. I don't know if it's fake. This is a luxury resort in Bali. So it's like not even saying like which resort, which I would like to know. But really cool what's going on here. We're going to definitely see a lot more of this. Friends, this is a beautiful community. This is a beautiful revolution that we are a part of. And don't listen to the FUD. Ozzy, what's up, man? What's up? Oh my gosh. People want my dad on the show. That's fun. Maybe one day we can do that. That would. I'm open. I'm open. All right. So yeah, I gotta work on Brave Browser, guys. You guys gotta remind me to do that. Frosted Flake, what's up? Oh, it's a long flight. Yeah. There's your problem. You get more done in front of your computer. Exactly. It's hard not to be in front of my computer, man. Is it real or the metaverse? Imagine they're like, oh yeah, there's this like hotel in Bali, and then you buy your steak, and it's like a metaverse hotel. It's not a real hotel in Bali. It's just like a metaverse land called Bali, and then they put all this stuff. J-Bach, thank you for coming, man. Jessica, hola. K9MM, exactly, man. Don't listen to the FUD, guys. This is crazy stuff going on right now. They will try to take down crypto. But you know what you need to do is take control of yourself. Take control of your value. Have something that respects your time. Have something that respects your value. As we can see, the fiat currency, especially in the US, was printed 40 to 50% of the US money supply was printed. 40 to 50% of the money supply was printed between 2020 and 2021. Our dollar, the purchasing power is not the same. Your dollar probably can buy a quarter of what it would buy 3 or 4 years ago in the grocery store. Inflation is hitting us left and right. On top of that, you have CBDCs underway, where that's total control over your money. And you're going to have to rely on, again, the central banks and the Federal Reserve to be able to approve your transactions and issue your money, which that money is controlled. Every single transaction will be surveilled, will be watched. Your money can expire. It's scary. Bitcoin is open. It's permissionless. It's trustless. All you need is an internet connection to be able to download a mobile wallet, get your keys to your crypto, and start transacting instantly with a limit. There's a finite supply with Bitcoin, 21 million Bitcoin to ever exist. An inflation schedule that's controlled with the Bitcoin halving coming up right around the corner in 2024. Bitcoin will never be taken from you. Your Bitcoin will never expire. Your Bitcoin is the only money, the only true property that is yours, that you will truly own. Everything else could be taken away from you. Almost everything else could be taken away from you. But Bitcoin can't. Nerd Beast, thank you so much, man. David, what's up, man? The bull is back. You are pretty bullish. Yo, David, are you good, man? I see like drama going on Twitter. Like, I'm like confused, and I want to know if you're okay. I just want to know if you're okay, because I've been seeing like you tweeting some stuff, and yeah, I just want to know if you're chill. Dadbod Baboon, what's up? Good afternoon. Oh, you said it's satire. Oh, okay. So there isn't a serious beef going. Okay. All right. Thank you for clarifying, David, because I was just like, all of a sudden, you were like, oh, chill. And then you were like, oh no, like there's stuff going on. Listen, sometimes on the crypto tweeters, you don't know what's real, what's not. So if it's satire, I'm going to trust you on that. You said those are your dudes. Okay. Because I thought so. That's what I thought, David. And then I was like, wait, what was the turnaround about? But I guess you're still chill. All right. Thank you for clarifying. I appreciate you, David. Ozzy, they could take our taxes, but they can never take our Bitcoin. That's facts, man. Don Ward, thanks for coming, dropping a ton of hundreds emoji. That's what I like to see. Guys, if you could do me a favor and listen to Emma in the chat. She said, gently touch the like button. You could tap it. This is how you could do. I'll do a demonstration. Let's demonstrate how we can hit the like button. A boom. Or you could do a boom. Or you could just do like a little sing, a little song. Let me look at the chat for a moment. Love Learning said, your curly hair will always remind me of missteencrypto brand. Your straight hair emanates my knowledgeable, exciting, and mature woman of crypto brands. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. So you do think that the straight hair makes me look older? I don't know. Like, I like both, but, love Learning. I'm going to take that into consideration. Thank you. Thank you for the love. I appreciate it. So much, Love Learning. I appreciate you coming. I could put up that poll in the chat. So, all right. David's putting a wink emoji. That means he's okay. Dave Digital, hashtag Hipper Crypto. I'm dead. Lazarus hand to caress the like button. I love the emoji that you did. That kind of like ties it in. Ozzy, let's all sing a song. Sing a song. Sing out loud. I know this is not what you came here for. You guys did not come here to see me sing. You didn't. But I guess I'm just giving you some vocals anyway. Matthew Lopez, what if they want to seize your Bitcoin? They can seize your Bitcoin if you have your private keys. And even places like Wyoming, again, are passing laws to protect your private keys as well. So not only do you don't need the law to even do that, you could just protect your own private keys. They can't seize it from you. And what you could do is multi-sig. And I'm like not too like articulate on multi-sig, but do your googly, look it up. And even if they try to transact and send your Bitcoin out of one wallet, you're still going to need the keys and the permission from a second and third wallet. So let's say you have 3 or 4 wallets and you're going to have to transact with 2 to be able to send the crypto. So if they come and say, hey, like someone breaks into your house and they're like, move your Bitcoins out of this wallet, then you're going to say, hey, but I have a wallet that's not here and that I still need to transact with and have both in front of my face. So no. So that's it. You could do multi-sig. And I think that's a way to kind of like get around someone trying to steal. Yeah. Oh, K9MM. Of course I'm for the people, fam. Metal Markster, both are right. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Meninja, you said to wear a hot pink wig. I'm so dead. Should I? I could invest in one. DeFi on production, new sub, following and supporting all fellow crypto peeps. Well, thank you for coming. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. David, you said you're the king of virality, not your first rodeo queen. Love the show. Saw you on Fox. Well, thank you so much, David. I appreciate you, fam. So yeah, I see it. Like, listen, I know. I think I know what you're going for, but I wanted to make sure because again, like I just want to make sure everything's okay, man. I just like peace. I don't like beef on the internet. Let's all be friends, like what's with this, like, I'm not going to talk to this person or, they like this coin. So I'm not going to talk to them. Like, what's the point? Really, guys, what's the point? Like, it doesn't make sense. Be nice to each other, bro. Be nice to each other. If one wins, we all win. If they say Bitcoin's great, then all the other coins are going to obviously elevate as well. If they say, hey, if like a country says, oh yeah, we're going to integrate this coin into something, that's great. Let's all win. Let's stop like this battle between what's good and what's like, stop. The tribalism. Let's all be friends. Like, listen, even like, Bitcoin, man, Bitcoin can't be alone. Like, a king cannot be a king without his kingdom. Bitcoin cannot maintain the king without the other friends that help Bitcoin maintain where it's at. If we didn't have the whole crypto ecosystem, man, like, that's it. Like, the way this space prospers is not just because of Bitcoin. And we love Bitcoin. I love Bitcoin the most. It's my biggest bag. But the space would not be as beautiful and zesty as it is if there weren't other coins. If there weren't NFTs, if there weren't gaming, other projects that could solve different problems. It's just the way it is. Be nice. One love, my friends. Be nice. Stop saying like, I'm not going to talk to someone because they like this. It just doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, guys. Does not. I'm all about prosperity and adoption The way we spread adoption is by experimenting with technology and by helping one another out. Ozzy, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You guys are talking about Pigeon Coin again? I'm dead. You guys are so funny. Guys, we have 183 votes in the poll, but only 149 likes. My sheesh. Code Custard, you said facts. Prosperity through interdependence. Exactly. Oh, Ozor, thank you so much for the rose. I appreciate it. Listen, you guys see my point. Exactly. Oh, you gave me another rose. Thank you so much. You guys see my point exactly. Around the blockchain, you're around the blockchain. You understand that too. There is no reason to not help one another. Even if you see, okay, you know, this blockchain can be seen as a competitor to the other blockchain. But why don't we figure out a way to intertwine the blockchains and create good bridges? Find a way to use ETH NFTs onto Litecoin blockchain or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there shouldn't be as much, like, sectionalism or tribalism like there is. We need to be able to work together. Like I said, interoperability is everything. And that's what's going to help this space succeed. Just like, okay, for example, if people were like, I only like Ethereum only, but in the bull market, it was like a tremendous amount of money to move an NFT with the gas fees. Not everyone can afford those gas fees. Now, what if we had that situation where I want to play a game, I want to move my ETH NFT around? Hey, why don't I bridge my ETH NFT to another blockchain like Wax where there's no fees? And I could just move and play my game and do what I need to do. And maybe bridge it back when I want to. That is everything. That is everything. Interoperability, community, communication. That's what we need in this space. Don't worry about all the FUD, guys. Don't worry about everything else going on. Do your own research, stick in your convictions. If you enjoy a project, you want to invest in the project, you want to use that blockchain and play your games or make documents and build a decentralized protocol, then do it, man. We're so early. What people don't realize is something could come out tomorrow that is better than maybe anything we see right now. A different consensus mechanism, a different blockchain, a different token that we're not even thinking about right now. That could come out tomorrow. We're so early that anybody can make a difference in this space. Anyone can make a difference in this space. You have an idea, you have something you want to build, then build it. Now is the time. We are still extremely early in Bitcoin. Bitcoin's only 14 years old. Guys, Bitcoin's only 14 years old and has the entire global financial system questioning its sustainability. Literally, the president of the European Central Bank said if they don't come up with a way to make digital central bank money, then they will not maintain their status as the anchor in the monetary system that they have been for decades. Bitcoin is unstoppable. Bitcoin, again, is decentralized, run by people all over the globe, running and executing code. Whether you're a miner, running a node, or transacting, you're helping the network. Bitcoin is the answer. Code Custard, are you into Wax for gaming? I'm into Wax for everything, bro. Wax, it literally stands for World Assets Exchange. It's made for this. It's made for this. So yeah, I am into Wax for pretty much everything. I really do love Wax. Chump change the tech. Yes, we are here for the tech, bro. Lord of Cages, everyone hit that like. Thank you, fam. Please, guys, hit that like. Show some love. Show some love. And did I miss anyone? Beaky, hi, nice to see you. Oh, Justin Eubanks, yo, Carlos Robles, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. All right, guys, I'm gonna head out. I definitely ranted a lot today. K9MM Wax to the Moon. You're a fan of Wax too, man. Yeah, let's get after it. I think Wax is cool. Like I said, like all set miner Gala yet. What do you want to look at Gala, the chart, or? Yes, hit the likes if you like puppies, guys. If you did not see, oh my gosh, I was hanging with the cutest pupper yesterday. I posted it on like basically all platforms. But look at this puppy. Oh my gosh. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Hold on. There it is. Look how cute the puppy is. Oh my gosh. The puppa. He was so fluffy. So make sure you guys check out that picture of the puppy. It was really cute. Boo Man, thanks so much, fam. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you guys so much for coming. Jim, thank you for your kind of love. I appreciate it. Jim is awesome. I've known Jim for a while. Oh, network.
Retro Mike, Chump Change, Goat, all set, get wrecked.
Oh, thank you for your $10 super chat, network bits. Spoiling me today. Who needs a bag when you got a vault? I'm so dead, Retro Mike. That's amazing. Yeah, we did name the dog Wee Wee. It was so cute. Network Bits, thank you so much for your $10 super chat. Thank you for everyone that contributed today, whether that was a like, a comment, a view, a super chat. I really do appreciate it. Retro Mike, why was I first on that list? You're funny, man. You're actually so funny. You and Network Bits crack me up. You really do. And we're on the way to like 11,000 subs. How many do we have left here, Zesty fam? Because it's not just me that's building here. It's all of us as a community. So let me see how much we have left. Because hopefully we could, maybe tomorrow, we could set a goal or something. So we have 40 subs away from 11K. So hopefully we could get some subs and have everyone share out today's stream, have everyone share out tomorrow's stream at 12:30. I believe I'm going to have a guest on the Daily Zest tomorrow, but I'm going to go confirm. I think I'm going to have a guest tomorrow. So watch out for that on the Daily Zest. We're going to talk a lot of good stuff. I'm very excited. Have a great day, fam. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern. As always, make sure you smash these likes, subscribe, share the stream out with friends so more people know what's going on in this world. Thank you guys again so much. Camilo, your friend Jenna's having a fight with her boyfriend. Can I say I'm on Jenna's side? I'm on Jenna's side. I don't know what's going on, but Jenna seems to be doing good right now, so I'm on Jenna's side. No, Camilo, got you, fam. sorry to Jenna. Sorry to not Jenna. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, fam. We got BK saying to smash the like. Chuck, thank you so much. Camilo, I did read your comment. I just got you, fam. Hey. It's okay, I got you. I just said I was on Jenna's side. I don't want any salt out here. Thanks, guys. John Foster, Ola, thank you so much. I hashtag Team Jenna in the chat. Oh gosh, that's hilarious. All right, thank you guys so much for joining. I appreciate every single one of you. I know you guys are just trolling in the chat, but I really enjoy it. I think it's so fun. Again, thank you guys so much for coming. Have a great day. Make sure to smash these likes and comment after the stream if you guys think we're about to pump, if you guys think we're gonna dump, or if you just like fiat and the try to fight banksters. Let me know. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day, and as always, stay zesty. Peace.